If you want strong and defined legs, glutes, and thighs, welcome to the workout you need to be doing, because today we have got strength and hypertrophy training combined all in one for an amazing 30-minute all lower body strength session today. Can you tell how excited I am for this workout? We just did a combo for the upper body of strength and hypertrophy, and it was awesome. And now we get to do it again for the lower body. So by the way, so glad you are here, because you know, friends don't let friends skip a leg day. This is such an important day to help us build that overall strength. So strong body, strong life. And we're gonna get right down to it. We are gonna talk structure, we're gonna talk equipment, we're gonna warm up, and then it is time for the workout. So structure today, if you just did the upper body workout, then you kind of know what's coming. We got a little bit of variations on that today. So today with our workout, we're gonna have a strength round. For that strength round, or for that strength circuit, there will be 4 exercises. We are going to lift for 50 seconds, rest for 20 seconds, and we have 4 exercises. Now these 4 exercises for the strength round, we will repeat these 3 times through. In between those 3 rounds, we will have a circuit that is just focused more on that hypertrophy or that muscular definition. In that round, we will have 5 exercises, working for 40 seconds and resting for 15. Now, in between each of these circuits, or in between each of these rounds, we'll have 30 seconds to rest. So you will get a little bit longer of a break in between those. But with the other rounds, with the hypertrophy rounds, it's a no repeat. So we will only work through those exercises 1 time through. Now, when it comes to picking your weight today, you're gonna wanna lift heavy for our strength round. If you don't have heavy weight, then what you're gonna do is lift with what weight you have, and you'll just pick up your tempo. So you'll have more reps in, whereas if you're lifting heavier, you're gonna have less reps in, but more weight. So we can still work on an overall volume to build that muscular strength. When it comes to hypertrophy, we're gonna be lifting moderately heavy with a moderately quick tempo. So that's the focus today. We're kind of all over the place, which means my weight, not all over the place in a bad way, but all over the place, and like, we got strength, we got hypertrophy, we got heavy, we got quicker tempos, we got lighter weight. So it's a good one, and it goes by so quick. So with that, let's go ahead. Oh, no. I almost forgot the icing on the cake. How could I forget the optional equipment today if you have it? If not, you probably already saw it. We have got both the, ankle weights that want to take my towel with them, ankle weights, optional, and the booty band or mini resistance band if you have that and you want to use it. Now, after the warm up, I'm just going to put these on to eliminate any sort of time in between, because our time is short in those rests. So I'll have these on after the warm up, and then the booty band I'll add on as we begin, but I'll make sure I warn you ahead of time. So if we're going to put that on, we can do it right quick. So with that, it is time. I know that was a lot, but now it's time to get into our warm up. We're going to start with quad pulls. So just taking heel up towards your bum and then switching sides. Thanks for sticking with me as I chatted all that up. But now you know what's going on. And if you ever have any more questions about structure, if you're like, that was too quick, what exercises do we have coming? You can always read the description of the video, because that is packed with what we got, what the structure is, what weight you need, all that good stuff. Last 2 and 1. Now going into a squat, so drop it down and up. Only 4 warm-up exercises today, so we're gonna take a little extra time in each of them. And then for the last one, we're gonna do a compound lower body exercise with lighter weight. Good morning and reach will be next. Let's do 3 more. Here's 3, 2, and last one. Now good morning and reach, take those legs out. We're gonna hinge at the hips, keeping the knees soft, reach forward with the arms, spine long, and then squeeze up. Back down, drive the bum back, elongate through the spine, exhale as you stretch out, and up. We'll grab our lighter weights next. We're gonna do a combo of a squat into a Romanian deadlift. So choose accordingly, something to help you get warm, but keep that good form. 2 more, here's 2 and 1. I'm gonna use my 15 pounds to get warm here. So shoulders rolled back. We're gonna do a suitcase style squat and then into that RDL. So squat first, suitcase. Now right into the RDL. Back flat, core tight, squeeze it up. Drop it back down, head up, chest up. Push that floor away. Hinge it over, back flat. So this is a good chance to start to feel those muscles wake up, make that mind-muscle connection. Focus on your form from the very beginning. One more, squat to RDL, and then we are ready to get into it. There we go. All right, so we're getting down to business now. It is time, if you've got your ankle weights and you wanna use those, put those on right now. We're gonna get into our first circuit, all strength. We've got a squat, Romanian deadlift, reverse lunge. I'll have a mod for you if lunges bother your knees, and then glute bridge. Remember, with the strength round, we're lifting heavy. If you wanna start your watch, do that. If I had my watch, I would be using this traditional strength training option, and we're good to go. Get your weights for squats, and let's do this. And I'm gonna try to stick with 25 pounds for my strength round throughout this first round, just to give you a range of what I'll be using. Head up, chest up, shoulders down. We got 50 on, here we go. Now remember, the heavier the weight, the slower you're working through this. With more moderately heavy weight, increase your speed just a little bit while maintaining good form and full range of motion. That goes for heavier or lighter. We're getting through that full range of motion, all the way down, press that floor away. Over halfway. Now this is going to get our heart rate up today between the strength and hypertrophy circuits. So get ready for an intense one. Maybe struggling to walk down and up the stairs for the next few days. Last 2 and 1. Nice job, 20 seconds. I would set my weights down, but I feel like it's gonna be more work to pick them back up with this shorter rest time. Romanian deadlift next. So we start with those shoulders rolled back. Dumbbells hanging in your hands. Keep the dumbbells nice and close to your legs. Here we go. We got 50. Take it down. Back flat. Pull and squeeze up. Don't go so low that your back starts to round. Hit the bottom, feel that stretch through the hams, and then squeeze up. Oh, whew. Almost there. Oh, this feels so good on the hamstrings. This is waking them right up. Last 3, 2, 1. Next exercise is a reverse lunge, alternating reverse lunge. If lunges bother your knees, you are going to do a goblet squat with a rear leg lift. You'll alternate sides with that rear leg lift after each squat. But if you're doing reverse lunge with me, dumbbells right next to your side. Going here in 3, 2, and 1. Head up, chest up. Keeping that weight in the forward leg as you press up. Don't let those shoulders round. That's for if you're doing the goblet squat or the lunge. Now, I really love the goblet squat with a rear leg lift for the mod for a reverse lunge, because we're working both the quads and the glutes in this one, but it's also challenging your balance. Just like with this lunge, we're working balance as we're on a single leg. When you do that rear leg lift, you're challenging the balance. And when we step back for a reverse lunge, it does put a little bit more emphasis in that posterior chain. So same thing with that reverse, or with that rear leg lift, working more of the posterior chain. So it's a really good mod for the reverse lunge. Last one, and 20 seconds. Last exercise in strength, bring it to the mat. We have glute bridge. So roll it back 10 seconds. I know it's moving quick. Here we go. 5 out. Remember, push through the heels of your feet, drive those shoulder blades in, and here we go. So drive it up, keep that back flat, but squeeze the glutes, control it down. Now with or without, or with heavier or more lighter weight, I do want you to keep it nice and slow here at the top. Hold it, contract it, then bring it down. We're not holding long at all on the bottom, but really focused on that down, press up, squeeze, and down. And exhale as you come up. Don't let your knees fall in or out. Keep those tracking over your big toe. Almost there, then we get 30 seconds to rest and on to our first hypertrophy round. Hold it up for 3. Here's 2 and 1. Nice job, 30 seconds. All right, so this is where we're gonna drop the weight a little bit, more of a moderately heavy weight. And we're going into a curtsy lunge for our first exercise. Now, again, if lunges bother your knees, perfect mod is going to be a suitcase squat with lateral lift. You'll see that on screen. Now we're gonna do a curtsy lunge on the same side. So with that squat with lateral lift, you're gonna do that on the same side. Then we'll switch it for the next round. So grabbing your weights, curtsy lunge, same side, or squat with lateral lift. Here we go, 40 seconds. Now again, stay on the same side. If you're doing that suitcase squat with lateral lift, you're gonna be lifting that leg out laterally on the same side for the full 40, then we switch. So with the hypertrophy round, you're gonna see a little bit more single leg work or unilateral training. You might see some more iso. Well, it's not that you might, you will see some more, what am I trying? Isolated strength exercises where this is more compound, but you will see some isolated lifts as well. Last 2 and 1. Whew, 15 seconds, switching it over other side. So curtsy lunge on the other side or lateral suitcase squat with lateral lift on that other side. Going here in 3. Here's 2 and 1. Keep those shoulders rolled back, whether you are doing the squat or the curtsy. And working with this curtsy lunge to keep those hips square, not rotating open, trying to keep everything square. So that means you don't have to step back too far. If you step back too far, that's when you start opening up. We're gonna bring it to the mat next. Last 3, 2, 1, sumo glute bridge. That's our next push. I'm gonna up my weight just a little bit. All right, bringing it down, legs out, toes out at a wider stance. And here we go. Lift up and squeeze, hold it, back down, right back up, squeeze. Try to give it a good 2 to 3 counts up at the top. That is about a full exhale. And then lower and lift. Oh yes. The glutes now, the outer thighs, the inner thighs, the legs, pretty much everything. Feeling it. Almost there. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, now this is where if you have got your band, we're gonna put that on right above the knees. We're gonna flip it over onto all 4s for a rear leg lift. One side and then the other. So getting that band under the knee if you're using it. And here we go, lift it up, squeeze, hold, and down. Flex that foot. You can also be down on your forearms. Whatever is allowing you to keep that flat back and really get the squeeze and hold through the glutes. This one, we're slowing it down a little bit, again, to make sure, get that up, hold, and down, just like we did with that glute bridge. Get that exhale, then tap it down, right back up. Oh, this burns so good. Hold it up with me for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switching it over to the other side. This is exercise 5 out of 5 for this first round. Then we go back to our strength exercise, our strength circuit, I should say. But getting ready to go here, we've got 3, 2, and 1. So lift it, foot is flexed, squeeze, down. Up, full exhale, then bring it down. Keep that core engaged. Trying to keep the upper body as still as possible. We're just lifting up and lowering. We're gonna hold it up at the top for 3 counts on the last one. And here it is, lift it up for 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, bringing it down. Back to the strength round. We got 30 seconds here. I'm gonna try to keep my weights in some sort of order as they are getting a little crazy right now. So going back to that squat, lifting heavy, grabbing your weight. Again, I'm gonna try to keep it with my 25 pounds for all 3 circuits of heavy. Dumbbells up. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Push that floor away. Oh, wow. Back to getting that heart rate up. This round gets my heart rate up, and then the hypertrophy, it's just burning. Best of both worlds. There you go. Almost there. 20 seconds to rest, then into exercise 2 out of 4. Last 3, and 1. Okay, next exercise. That Romanian deadlift. We're keeping it heavy. With this heavier weight, it is tough from rep number 1. Roll the shoulders back, soft knees, spine long. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Take your time, squeeze up. Even if you are using a more moderate weight for this round, take your time. And you can even work deeper into those hamstring muscles by just tightening them up right now. Lowering, squeezing, keeping those hamstrings contracted. Then right here, we switch as we lift up, hams and glutes, squeeze, and it will make the weight feel so much heavier. Last one. Here's 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got our reverse lunging. Reverse lunging, alternate reverse lunge. Or you have that modification of the goblet squat with the alternating rear leg lift. So reverse lunge or that squat with rear leg lift in 3. Roll the shoulders back, 2, and 1. With both of these, you're keeping that chest up. And again, just think that that weight is heavier than it is. That's a really good way to work on contracting those muscles so you can make that mind-muscle connection if you struggle with that. There are certain muscle groups for me that it's easier to do that. And then there's some that I really have to stay focused, which is why we have these shorter workouts. And as long as you are staying focused with each rep, listen, you will get so much out of it than if you just had a longer workout and just kind of went through the motions. We come, we show up, we've got intention with every rep, and it pays off. Last 2, 1. Okay, bring it to the mat. Glute bridge. Oh, the legs are getting tired. So last strength exercise here for this circuit, glute bridge. Remember, we hold it at the top for 2 to 3 counts. Get that exhale. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Drive it up, hold it, squeeze it, exhale, and down. Back up, back is flat, squeeze. Driving those shoulder blades into the mat. And again, even with your feet, like we talk about with the squat, push that floor away. You can think about pushing that floor away. And as you put that resistance into the floor, it will automatically contract those muscles more. So you're getting more out of the exercise just by changing your focus just slightly with how you are performing the lift. Last 3, 2, and 1. Oh, Okay, 30 seconds, amazing. You're amazing, we're doing this. We're going back to hypertrophy now. 5 new exercises. This time we have a sumo Romanian deadlift, inner thigh lift, then we'll switch up and over, and then a hinge sumo. So those are our 5 exercises. Back to that moderately heavy. Sumo RDL, love this one because we get a lot of inner thigh and outer thigh action. Roll the shoulders back, 40 on. Let's begin. Back flat, core tight. Pull and squeeze up. Whew. Keep that back flat. We're gonna bring it to the mat next. Last 3, 2, and 1. Finish the rep. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to use a weight. You do not have to do this. I am going to use a weight though for the inner thigh lift. Just right above my knee. Also got those ankle weights on. We're going in 3. Here's 2 and 1. Lift, squeeze, flex that foot, down. Up and squeeze, and down. Same thing, we're slowing it down a little bit with that hold at the top. When we hold at the top of the exercise, that's where the deepest part of that contraction is. So that's where I really want you to mind muscle, squeeze, and then control it down. It can be really easy, again, if you're not staying focused on the reps, to just boop-a-doop-a-doo-dee-doo, and just kind of go through it. Last 2 and 1. But when you're intentional with each lift and you can really say, hold it. Try it, I'm telling you. Foot is flexed, we've got 3 seconds. Here's 2, and we lift. Hold it for a second, and down. Now earlier I said we have some isolation exercises as well as compound. In these hypertrophy rounds, this is more isolation. So because we're dead focused on that inner thigh as we're lifting and lowering. With a compound exercise, that just means there's more than one muscle group working. So a lot of lower body exercises are compound. Which makes them very functional exercises, but this also will help to strengthen all the other exercises too. Last 2 and 1. Oh yes. We're gonna stay seated. We've got up and over. I'm actually gonna put the band on right above my knees for this one. You know, we're already having fun, so why not have a little bit more fun? Fun equal fire and burn. But here we go, up and over. So sitting up tall, lift it up. Now take that other leg. Oh, the band is so good on this one. I'm telling you, the band and the ankle weights are some of the most inexpensive, but make such a huge difference pieces of exercise equipment. I feel like they should just be automatic. So if you don't have them yet, I got them in my Amazon store, and they are the best, really. Almost there, and then our hinge sumo. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, so hinge sumo. Gotta keep your back flat. I'm gonna use 1 dumbbell for this one. That hinge is just a slight hinge forward to work deeper into the glutes. So legs out, toes out. Now again, if you don't feel comfortable with that one, you can keep it up and down, but if not, slight hinge, and here we go. Down, press that floor away. So if you are taking this, you're not letting the shoulders round forward, you're sticking that chest out, bringing those shoulder blades down and back. And again, there's no rounding through the spine. Spine is staying very straight. It's just like when we do a hinged forward lunge or the Bulgarian split squat hinged. Get more glute action. Last 3, 2, 30 seconds. I love that one. That's a fun one. All right, back to strength. Last time for strength, I want you to give it all you got for this last round. 15 seconds and we go. So again, squat, RDL, reverse lunge, or that mod, and then glute bridge. Keeping them heavy. Oh my God. We got it. Here we go. Squat. Bring those weights up and we begin. Whew. 40 on, 50 on. I keep 50 on. It's an extra 10 seconds to the hypertrophy, but for me today, it's feeling a lot longer than that, but it's making the 40 seconds feel fabulous. So I guess you got some give and take everywhere. Head up, chest up, push that floor away. Get that exhale as you come up. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, RDL. Remember, 20 seconds to rest in between our strength. So we have a chance here to start with that good, solid form. Roll the shoulders back, head up. Weight is in the heels, soft knee, spine long as we hinge. And here we go, 50 on. Nice and slow. And squeeze. Give it a little power here with that lift. So a little bit more speed through the lift for this last round. Leg day facial expressions are one of a kind. I'm sure you feel your face just like, what is it doing right now? I know mine is. I'm like, what in the is going on? Okay, last one. Here we go, down, up for 3, 2, 1. All right, reverse lunge or that goblet with alternating rear leg lift. Shoulders are rolled down and back, standing up nice and tall. 5 seconds. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Can't help that I miss you now. Oh, wow. And I also want to say, if you struggle with those heavier, more traditional classic style leg days, like we're doing right now, like the more traditional strength for building muscle, this is a really good workout to do. So save this one because you're still getting strength, but then if you really enjoy that hypertrophy training, you got that in here as well. But this strength is crucial to building a stronger foundation. Last 2 and 1, bringing it to the mat for glute bridges. We'll talk more about that in just a second. I want to get us ready for glute bridges first. And then we'll talk about why the strength really makes a difference overall. So remember, drive the shoulder blades in, back is flat, hold it at the top for 2 to 3 counts, push that floor away, and here we go. So drive it up, squeeze, and down. So with those strength exercises, when we're lifting heavier, those are so important because, like I said, it builds a stronger foundation. So hypertrophy does, yes, it does help increase muscle, but the biggest thing to prevent a plateau is to continue to change. And to change, you gotta challenge yourself with new things, even if you don't love doing it. So when we have these days with strength, super important because that will help you improve on all the other areas. So if you love hypertrophy, make it even better by making sure you're getting in the classic style workouts too. Last 2 and 1. 30 seconds. I wanted to finish that last rep out. We are going into our last and final circuit for hypertrophy. 5 exercises. We are starting with part of the leg that sometimes we forget about, the calves. So we're gonna bring it up for calf raises. Now you can do this with or without dumbbells. If you need to hold on to something to do that, do it without weights and just really hold, and again, squeeze at the top. Shoulders rolled back, and here we go. Up, hold, squeeze, hold it, and down. We're gonna slow it down at the top of this one. Up, squeeze, get that contraction, and down. Up on those toes. This is another great one to do even seated. If you've trained with me before when we've done calves, I'm sure you've seen that. So remember, when we're training together, I'm just here to help guide. You do what you need to do for the day. If you want to do this seated, you can absolutely do this seated. It's whatever's going to allow you to get the most out of your training, and the more you train, the more you will know those avenues to take. Up for 3, 2, 1 on the mat. This is where, if you got your band, add it on. We have got fire hydrants now. Oh, this exercise. Right at the end. All right, here we go. And we lift out, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, hold it. Now when you're holding it, I want you to hold it so that leg is parallel to the floor. That is full range right there. Parallel, hold it. So we're not stopping here. We're not, just going up for just a quick sec. We're holding it. And again, this is another one where if you want to take it to the forearms, you can. I kind of mix it up between half forearm and half hands. Last hold. 3, 2, 1. Oh, other side. We're going to the other side. Oh. Okay, here we go. Core engaged. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Up and squeeze, and down. And I don't know if you've seen the dogs at all yet. They are, Olive is just at least not eating the mat this time and getting kicked out of the workout. She's just hanging out over here though, off to the side. Hold it for a second. Oh, wow. We're done with the band after this. So after this, you can take it off, and then I want you to find a space on the wall for a wall sit. Last 2, 1. Whew. All right, so no band, wall sit it is. Finding that space. Now, if you don't want to do it on the wall, you can just hold an iso squat. Bringing it down. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Back up against the wall. Chest is up. And while we're hanging out here, and we're breathing, just to get your mind off the burn, I just want to say, if you took part in Unstoppable, our 8-week program that we had, this is the last leg day of the program, and I can't even tell you how overjoyed I am to be here at this point. This was a crazy tough program in the best way. Like, it challenged me physically, it challenged me mentally, and I am so excited to be coming out on the other side of this program now. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We got squat pulses next. We're gonna keep talking about Unstoppable here in just a second, but squat pulses with or without dumbbells. I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing body weight. I'm not, my legs are shaking. So here we go, squat pulses for 40, bring it down and pulse it. Oh, but just like this squat pulse, Unstoppable was a challenge and I loved it. I said it even during the workout. If you want to change, if you want to keep growing, you've got to challenge yourself. So Unstoppable has been amazing. Congratulations. If you are training with me on this last leg day today, it feels so good. And if you're like, I don't know what Unstoppable is, or I just started, you can check that program out. Of course, down in the description again, all that info for that. And if you want to keep going, don't forget I have monthly calendars, so you do not have to stop the flow. You can just flow right in to the next training session. Last 2 on 1. Oh my God. What in the world? All right. We did it. It's been amazing. I wouldn't want to train with anyone else but you. So thank you for being the best workout friend a girl could ask for. And today's finisher, today's challenge, all about the obliques. After that upper body, you know, we did abs. Now it's all about the obliques. Make sure to check out that upper body if you haven't. If you want more info on Unstoppable, check it out in the description. And then again, get your monthly calendar if you've completed this program with me. It's been an amazing 8 weeks, and I know that we are stronger because of it. So thank you for training with me. I love you so much, and I will see you over at obliques. Take that challenge so we can change. I love you.